Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Model. My name is Andrew, and I like to talk about personal finance and ways that you can earn and save additional income every month. Today, we're going to be talking about how much money I made last year by selling items that I bought in stores, on eBay, and Facebook Marketplace. Here, we're going to be talking about the breakdown of revenue, costs, how much I actually made from this, and looking at leftover inventory as well as failed test items that I bought. Let's get started by looking at eBay and we'll go into Facebook. Okay guys, let's look at our eBay breakdown. So we are going to start at April 1st to July 1st, and this is when I really started buying inventory again. As you can see, my first sale was right around April 15th. So this is the time frame that I'm going to focus on, and this goes up until July 1st. Around $2,500 was my revenue for this time period. 128 of that was taxes and government fees, almost 1,200 in selling costs, and around the same for the net sales. But keep in mind, this value here does not include the cost of the item itself. So we'll get into that breakdown a little bit later, but for right now, let's look at a further breakdown of these selling costs. So right here we can see $1,200 selling cost. We've got $287 worth of eBay fees. Now these can vary depending on the types of listings that you have. I like to use promoted listings. So you see here I have almost $72 just from ads. So that is one option that you do not have to use if you get into eBay selling. But yeah, so we got $287 of eBay fees, almost $800 worth of shipping labels. Now that might seem like a lot, but keep in mind that we sold a lot of different items and those all do vary in weights. Our next fee is our PayPal fees, which was $121. Now just in case you aren't familiar with how eBay works, every listing has an insertion fee and pays a referral fee, and that is included in the eBay fee as well as the PayPal fee. So those are unavoidable minus the promotional listing fees that I chose to pay for. Okay, I think that pretty much covers it for this period. Let's jump over to the next period, and that is July 1st to September 30th. Now, if you just immediately see this, it's spiked compared to what we were selling last period. So we're at $7,691. We've got $376 in taxes and government fees, and we've got $3,000 in selling costs. Wow, that is a lot. That's almost 40% of our sales. But hey, we got more margin this time around than we did previous time. If we go back and see, we were at almost the same amount of selling costs as we made in net sales last period. But if we come back and look at this period, we're at almost $1,300 more than our selling costs. So we improved our performance. If we take a better look at our selling costs, we are at $900 for eBay fees, and you also see we paid almost a little over $200 in promoted listing fees. $1,800 in shipping labels, and we've got $311 in PayPal fees. For a total net sales of $4,285. Not too bad considering how we started out in the first period. As you can see here, this is when I stopped buying items and really started to run out of inventory. The main reason here is because I got invested in a investment property and needed to start remodeling all of that. So that's why I turned my focus from buying and selling on eBay over to remodeling the house. Overall, I'm very happy with what we've got here. This was something I was just doing on the weekends. This was not a ton of effort to go through, and it's definitely something I'd consider if you want to make some extra money on the side. Okay guys, that pretty much covers it for eBay. If you're interested in learning more about how I like to write my listings, how I make sure I get sales, and also how I track my finances, I will be uploading a few more videos around this in the future, so keep an eye out for those. Let's go and take a look at our Facebook Marketplace breakdowns. Last year we made about $1,500 on Facebook Marketplace, and you're probably asking yourself, why is that so low compared to eBay? Great question. The reason this is because I typically only sell things that are going to save me money by selling them locally so that I don't have to pay shipping costs. And we're even saving on eBay fees, PayPal fees, because Facebook does not charge a fee. While you do have to put in some extra time to meet the buyer and do extra communication, you will see a lot higher profit margins. Looking at the item cost, we are right under $600. Now, if we take that away from our revenue, we're at right around $900 profit. So even though we do have that trade-off of having to meet with a local buyer and do all of the communication, we do have significantly higher profit margins. Okay, now that we've taken a look at the breakdown of eBay and Facebook Marketplace, we're going to be looking at the overview results. From eBay, we have a total revenue between both of those periods of $10,524, with the associated fees and shipping labels costing us $4,846. Now switching over to Facebook, we saw that we had roughly $1,500 in revenue, and we do not have any fees that are associated with that. However, we will have to pay additional taxes on that because it is not included. Next, we are going to look at how much money I spent on the inventory for those items that I sold on both eBay and Facebook Marketplace. And that number comes out to $2,620. So right now our profit is looking at about $4,567. The final cost that we're going to be looking at is the failed test products that either did not sell or I thought were a good deal at the time but ended up not working out. And that number is $141.72. This brings our total profit of $4,425. Now that might not seem like a lot compared to the $12,000 that we actually had revenue, but if we're looking closer at that number, we made about 37% profit margin and had a net profit of $1.69 for every dollar that we spent on inventory. So I'm really happy with that result, and I know I could really expand on this if I put more time into it. And if you're interested in getting into it, I think it is a great hobby to make some extra money on the side. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and that is leftover inventory. I have about $800 invested in leftover inventory that has not yet sold, but I do anticipate selling. And those numbers will come out to $1,347 of profit once all of that has sold. Okay guys, that wraps up the breakdown of my numbers from last year by selling on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something new today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss out on any other great videos in the future.